Hi everyone, it's Diane Evans with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So welcome to my YouTube. Make sure that you're subscribed just down below here. Hit that bell and you'll be notified immediately as soon as I do go live. Or if you're joining me on my Facebook page, I truly do appreciate you joining me. Remember that this is part of a live, so if I am talking with different people, I usually only do that at the beginning of the video, but that's all part of being alive. I truly do appreciate them being here. So welcome to card sketch number 256. Hello, Laura. I am so excited to be to do my card sketches. Usually I do a portrait type card sketch, but today what I've done is I have done a landscape one. And sometimes they just need to be a landscape. But anyways, I am happy to be doing card sketch number 256. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let me go down to, hello Marie. Let me go down to my desktop here. And this is card sketch number 256. Now I am using, and for the people that were at my retreat, this will be really nice because I am using the Kensuke inspirations. That is the suite can be found on page 58 and 59 of the annual catalog. It's an absolutely gorgeous suite. But if you are going to do this card sketch, what I truly say that you do with this card sketch is don't use what I've used, is do something totally different. That's what helps with your inspiration and everything else. So let's get going on this and let's see what's all entailed with this. This is, I always go my finished card spot. I'm going to bring this up closer. I do have this posted at 10:45 on my Facebook group. Remember that this will be posted, but I'm putting this up closer, and the reason being for that is so that people can see what it is and they can take a screenshot. All right, so it's a regular card base, which is the finished card base, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then I've got a layer. This layer here is 3 3/4 by 5. I've got this piece here that's 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. And then we've got some different circles that are on there. And you'll see how I put this together. Now, this Inspiring Imperfections is, and I'm just going to put this up to the top up here, is the bundle. Remember, if you buy as a bundle, you save you 10%. It's beautiful images. And I just thought of something else I could have done with this. So this will be interesting for another one that I'll do another day. It also comes with this joined together Kensuke style embossing folder. Now, what is Kensuke? Kensuke is the Japanese art of putting together broken porcelain by a metal. And usually the metal could be a gold, it could be any of that sort of stuff. But for this purpose, we're going to be doing gold on there. Or no, we're going to be doing something different. But this designer series paper, just check it out. It has these vases. They have this done in Kensuke. I do love this one. This is my favorite out of all of them. This one and then this one as well. But let's turn it over and see what the neutral colors are on the back. And aren't they beautiful neutral ones as well? And this is using that cloud cover. So pretty. All right. Then it also comes with these gems. And obviously I don't have that many of these gems left, but just to show you what that is. So let's bring that back in. Hello, Marilyn, and hello, Amanda. Welcome. I do appreciate you being here. All right. So I went and I thought, you know, I've done this in this color before, which is the petal pink, the Lost Lagoon, and some gold. So let's get our card base. This is 4 1/2. 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. Let's use our bone folder and get a really good score line there. And then this next piece is the 3 3/4 by 5. And I decided, like I say, I'd go in and I'd do the Lost Lagoon on here. And I like when there's a bit a better or a bigger image on there. So I'm not going to be putting any type ribbon or anything like that on there. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that right there. And here I go again. I don't know what it's with me lately. Hello, Carol. Oh, well, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I do appreciate you coming on, joining me. Every Saturday I do a card sketch, or every weekend I do a card sketch. I know next weekend, because of a Stampin' Up sort of event, I'm going to be doing my card sketch on the Sunday. All right, then I ran this gold foil, and I ran it through that, that piece together. I can never remember the name. It's the Join Together embossing folder. Isn't it beautiful? It has like the cherry blossoms in there. It has the kintsugi in there. And I'm just actually going to layer that on there like so. But before I go to, no, I'm going to put it on just because I'm putting it on at an angle. Now remember, when you're working with gold foil, that if you do get glue on it, you can't get the glue off. So you want to be careful. You might even want to go ahead and use the adhesive sheets on there. Now this says we used a 2 5/8 inch circle, which was from the Stylish Shapes, and I did that in Lost Lagoon. And that's just like that. And then I took my 2 3/8 inch punch and I cut out a circle with the Petal Pink. And then in this beautiful designer series paper are a bunch of these different images. So I used my die cuts to cut out some of these images, and I'm just going to bring this here so that you kind of see what I've done. And I decided I was going to use the Lost Lagoon one and just use that like that. Now it would have been pretty cool. Let's see, and I don't, let's see, I do have some of this kintsugi. This is a thing that's out of the back here, and I think I might even just put that on there, under there, like that. And then I have this other image, and I used the adhesive sheets, and I'm going to put that like that. And then I'm going to use an image like, or this is the second smallest of the Stylish Shapes. So that's kind of what our card is going to look like. And you know, the gold looks kind of funny in this light, but let's go ahead and start putting that together. Now I would have been wise to use the adhesive sheets on here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the glue on. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to just let it set, because I don't want it showing on my onto my cardstock here. So we're just going to let it set. We're just going to go put that right there, and let's layer this onto here. I'm going to just put this straight onto this piece here. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of glue. No wonder I have glue all over the place. So we're just going to put that on there like that. Now again, I want to put this onto here. Whoops, that's not, whoops, you know what? It's on the back side of that. Whoops, look at that. And I can tell by the stitches. So let's go ahead and put that on there. Get that in there in the middle. Now remember, I've got all this glue on the back of this, so I'm just going to go ahead and put that right onto here. And I don't want to move it around, I just want to hold it on there. Now originally I didn't think that these cut out very well, but they actually do cut out pretty good with the dies. All right, so then we have these two pieces here. So what I want to do now is put this piece of the cracked metal, or where the kintsugi part, and I'm just going to go ahead and put that on there like so. Now you notice I didn't get too much of that glue on the foil, because that is what ruins it when it does that. And you know what? I've got another piece of this, and I think I'm going to go ahead and use that as well. And I'm going to glue that and hold it. And let it set is what I'm going to do. I have a great, Carol, I have a great bunch of ladies on this group. They're amazing. We have, this is part of a challenge, so if you want to go put it onto a challenge, onto my Facebook group, which there is a link down below there. Okay, so I am going to come here, and I'm going to use dimensionals on this. You know what? I'm going to use dimensionals on this pot, or the saucer, and I'm not going to on this part. Whoops. There's that. We don't want that to get onto that foil. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that right there. I think that this really wants to stick onto me. And I want to get this so it's right behind here. Just like that. We go. And then this can go right here. So we can see how we've now got that going like that. Now, as far as this goes, and that's something that I meant to look for, is I wanted to, oh dear. Well, we'll have to do it another way. I have this, and on this particular stamp set, I thought this would be such a nice sentiment. You inspire me. So I'm just going to come in with that. It's quite a small little stamp. So we're just going to come in there like that. And then I'm going to use on here, I'm going to use my embossing buddy. And we will come in with our, ooh. My goodness, I can't find my gold embossing powder. That's okay, we're going to have to use, there we go, right here. So you get your embossing powder like this, and I put it into a tub. So we're going to come in. Now, this is a photopolymer stamp set, so you should make sure that you have your pad underneath. Coming in with my Versamark. I'm just going to ink it, just a light tap. And let's go ahead and put that You Inspire Me right like that. And then we are going to come in with our just going to use some tweezers, and we're just going to, now you notice I use a piece of cardstock in here. I find it doesn't get as staticky as a plastic spoon. And then we're just going to heat set that. Just like so. And you know what? I've got my glasses on, so that's not helping. Hello, Dolores. Aw, thanks, Sandy. So there's the You Inspire Me. that is just going to go on here like so. Now, like I say, there's this other piece that comes with the dies, and I may want to come in here. I've got this on an adhesive sheet, and I'm not sure if these pieces are going to come out, so I'm just actually going to just take those out. Probably if I take this off, it's going to take these off. No, it didn't there. So let's just poke those pieces out. Whoops. Sometimes when you do this, that's the only thing that they stick, these pieces. And I want them all out. So then I'm just going to take this adhesive sheets off, and hopefully, no, we didn't lose a lot of it. So what I'm going to do is kind of stick those pieces down on this piece of paper so that it sticks off. And we have a couple more pieces. And one there. So what I thought I could do with this piece is just put this down behind there, and see, that's on an adhesive sheet, so it's not going to get any of that glue on there. Now, I did have this also done in, and this might have shown up a little bit more, is with the Lost Lagoon. Whoops, sorry, I'm out of thing here. Hello, Alexina, I think I pronounced that wrong, from Nova Scotia. I am from Canada. Yes, I am. I'm from British Columbia, actually. All right. So, you know what? I kind of like that extra with that Lost Lagoon. So, you know what? I am going to go ahead and put that in there as well. That's the whole beauty of me going live. I kind of know what I want to use, but then I turn around and I change things up. So you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and put some on there. We're going to let this set for just a second. So let's just let that set. And then we're going to put some dimensionals on the back of this. We'll put 2 on there. And then we are also, I have some basic white to go on the inside. Whoops, that's too small of a piece of basic white. Actually, I think instead of basic white, I think it would be better with very vanilla. So I'm just going to come in and cut a strip of this. Now I'm going to do this the same width as my other one, which is 3 3/4 by 5. That's my favorite layer anyways. And then we do it that way. So yeah, I did a class at my event. And you know what? I think I'm just going to come in with the chrysanthemum. Or no, let's go in with this. We'll use one of these. We'll use the inside vase. And let's put that on there. And I think what I can do is then put this on with Lost Lagoon. Let's see how that looks. So I will see you on Monday. It'll be just at noon Pacific time. There we go. You know what? I think I'll just do more one right like that, and we'll see how that looks. There we go. On Monday, with a fancy folder, a 3D project. Whoops, where did my, okay, so I had that, and I glued it. And where did it go to? Well, I guess we're only going to put the one on there. Oh, that happens to me all the time. Okay. So let's just put this on the inside. Like I say, I don't usually do a landscape card sketch. I usually do it portrait. Now, as soon as I go off, that's when I'll find that other one to go right there. Let's just put this on there. We're okay. It'll be on to something. Oh, you know what? I bet it's on the back side of that. Here it is. There. Let's go ahead and put that on there. Put this down there. Put that right under there. And then we're going to come in with these gems. Yes, Marilyn, it was. It was actually not on my trimmer. It was right on the floor. It fell off when I put my trimmer away. So, anyways. Oh my goodness. Yeah, well, that's just me, right? Okay, so then what we want to do is we just want to put, you know what, I think I want to put the littler ones here. So let's put one there. Put one up there. And then let's just put a little smaller one right there. So there's our card. Actually, that turned out better than what I had even imagined it would turn out. So there's our card sketch number 256. And there's the inside of it. Yeah, I'm kind of happy with that. Anyways, all right. So if you like that, give me the thumbs up. It's on the back. No, it wasn't on the back. It was on the floor. It really, truly was. But thanks, you guys. Thanks so much for all the help. Oh, let me tell you. Thank you, Amanda. All right. So if you like that, give me the thumbs up. Share my video. I really do truly appreciate that. If you do live in Canada, I'd love to be your demonstrator. I'd love to be able to help you earn some free tutorials or earn some different types of classes and that sort of stuff. Ah, hello, Marie. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. I will see you that afternoon. I do have a meeting at 11 o'clock and I'm going to try to leave there a little bit early, so it'll be just a tiny bit. And but it'll be a fancy fold or a 3D project. I'm leaning towards more of a fancy fold. I'm thinking, I've kind of got something in my mind. I've got two things in my mind. So anyways. All right, you guys, remember to create because it's great for the soul. And if you want to bring some of your own projects tonight, I'm on with Sip and Stamp. The Zoom will be there on my Facebook page or my group. So we hope to stamp with you tonight. All right, you guys.